Are you trying to control the clutter in your life? Today, I'm sharing the questions I ask myself before I make a purchase. These questions help me keep my home clean and calm. I have worked hard at decluttering our home over the last 18 years. The last thing I want to do is to create a problem for myself by bringing something into my home that I'm going to wind up decluttering. These questions help me stay clear about what I will and won't bring into my home. They help me save money and keep my home clutter-free. I think they might help you too, so let's get started. Stick around to the end because the last one's my favorite. So to be clear, this is not a checklist. This is sort of the way that I think through what I will and won't bring into my home. Honestly, my MO is I almost always say no. I don't buy a lot of stuff. I've just worked too hard at getting this space decluttered to bring a lot of new things in. So number one is not a fun question, but it's absolutely necessary. Can I afford it? If I have to put it on a credit card, I can't afford it. Debt just gets in our way. It keeps us from saving money and it keeps us from building wealth. Number two, do I really want to spend money on this? So what are the trade-offs? In our family, we are an either-or family. We can't afford just to buy whatever we want. We don't have limitless resources. Most people don't. I think most people are like we are, where we have to make trade-offs. And so when I'm making a purchase, I always think through what else could I do with this money, and is this how I really want to spend it? Yeah, is there something else I could be doing with this money, or would I just be better off saving it? Number three, is this an impulse buy, or was I planning on buying it anyway? If you have been looking for this thing, I'll use an example from my own life. I am looking at buying a new white t-shirt for the summertime. When I find the right t-shirt, I'm 5'11", that is long enough to where it won't creep up when I raise my hands up. I don't want to show my belly. When I find that white t-shirt that is of good quality, and that is at the right price point, I'm going to buy it. So if you have been looking for the thing, fill in the blank, and you find it at the right price point and it's of good quality, do it. If it's an impulse buy, I'm going to encourage you to sit on it. If it's in a physical store that you are in, it will likely be there tomorrow. So sit on that purchase. You can come back and get it. If it is an online purchase, put it in the cart and wait at least 24 hours to see what you think about it and feel about it tomorrow. So just a heavy pause, and by heavy, I mean give yourself time to think about it. Next is, are you buying it simply because it's on sale? I think this is almost always, or at least often, a bad idea. Unless it is something that you use on the regular, I would leave it behind. Whether it is food that you rarely eat that is an off-brand, or I haven't really tried that kind of food, or I'm not sure if I like it or not, and clothing that you're just so on. I mean, when I have bought things for my pantry that I have been so on, often they'll wind up not getting used, and then I toss them. Same thing with clothing. If I'm buying it just because it's on sale, I will frequently wind up decluttering it within a year or two. Unless you're sure you'll use it, leave it behind. Next, is it durable and of good quality? Less but better. I highly recommend buying less items, but the items that you buy, having them be of better quality. Things just wear out too easily if they're cheaply made, and you'll wind up having to repurchase it sooner than you should have to. It's just a waste of money and resources. I'd rather pay more for an item that I like better and will use longer. Next, where will you store it? So what comes up for me with this, I mean, we should just think about that in general. Like, where are you going to store it? I have a small closet. So when I buy clothing, I think about that. I just have a tiny place to hang my clothes by design. That's what I wanted. But that is always something that's in the back of my mind if I'm considering clothing. Do I have room for it in my closet? I mean, right now I am using only 36 items for a year, but normally I still have a small wardrobe, but I do have to consider the size of my closet. The other thing that comes up with this is deals on furniture. For those who shopped thrift stores and garage sales, I know that you run across the tables and the chairs and the things that look like a great deal. Unless you already have room for it or are ready to get rid of what you already have, I would leave it behind. I have just been in too many homes that had too much furniture that left the spaces feeling cluttered. So yeah, think through, do you have the room for it? Where are you going to store it? Next, what are the true costs of owning this item? You have to take care of it. Do I have to dust around it? Do I have to clean it? Do I have to insure it? How do I maintain it? All of these items with clothing, is it dry clean only? Like, you're not just paying for that item, you're also going to be paying for that item every time you clean it. Draperies, same thing. Do you have to get them cleaned? All of these things have to be maintained, cleaned around, cleaned themselves, or insured, or often they do. So just think through all of the embedded costs of an item before you purchase it. Next, how often will you use it? So is it an everyday thing or is it an every year thing? If it's an item that you'll use every year, just think more carefully about it. Next, is it timeless or is it trendy? I love timeless, and so that's almost always what I buy. I don't want to buy an item that I will wind up decluttering within a year or two. Next, does it work with what I already own? This is related to what I was just talking about. Does the furniture work with what I already own? For a piece of clothing, does it work with the clothing that I already own? Dishware, does it match what I already have? So just think through, you want to buy items that work with what you already own. Next, will this enhance my sense of serenity and simplicity? So will owning this item make my space feel more cluttered or more serene and calm? Now, the last, this is my favorite, because I'm about to flip this video on the lid, and that is, does it spark joy? There are times for me when the answer is absolutely yes. And that those are around, frequently for me, it's around scent, so a candle that I love, or around color. It's dish towels for me. I don't own a ton of them. I tend to buy them around the holidays because I love buying. If I'm going to buy something that's holiday related, it will often be a textile that I can use. I do have a love for beautiful dish towels. I don't have a large collection of them, but when I find one that I absolutely love, if it's in my budget, I will buy it. So yeah, I will often say yes to buying items that bring delight. It's candles and dish towels for me, but also flowers in my garden. I absolutely love buying flowers and enjoying them in my garden. And I also will buy flowers for the house. There's no clutter associated with it. I enjoy them. And then when they're done, I compost them and I don't have anything cluttering up my space. What about you? Are there questions that you ask yourself when you're looking at buying something new? If so, we'd love to have you share them with us. Thank you so much for watching today and supporting my channel. If you found value in the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other people find my content. Also, if you're interested in more content around minimalism and frugality, I'd love to have you follow along and subscribe. One of the things that I've simplified in my 50s has been my wardrobe. I made a video about my simple wardrobe that's linked right here.